Hello once more and welcome back to the 5 Elves, 5 Lives dungeon crawl. We are still with Elf-3 and he is still alive. If you'll recall from our last part, we had just finished clearing out the hive. I've also been gifted some extraordinarily effective weapons, a longbow and a quick blade of stabbing. The quick blade is so highly enchanted that this should last me pretty much until the late game when enemies have too high AC for me to dent it. And the longbow, frankly, I would like something a little bit more dangerous, but at this point, +6 to hit, +1, and Vorpalization make it very solid. And I got a freezing weapon just in case. Long story short, this character is a boss. I'm going to drop the Scroll of Amnesia, actually I'm going to identify the last scroll I have here because I don't know what that is. Scroll of Immolation, Unid'd Ring, sustain abilities. What rings am I working with right now? Need poison resistance, Dex +3, resist cold. Also in the last run I picked up a cloak that reduces my damage by 3, which is a very significant loss, all things considered. So, especially because daggers have such low damage output to begin with. I'm seriously considering whether or not it's a good idea to wield this at all. I would like to get a little bit more use out of some higher damage weapons, especially since I've been buffing my strength side by side. So anyway, I'm going to drop the Scroll of Torment and Immolation. I don't intend to use those. I know I've been carrying them around a long time. But really, all's in order. So, time to choose our next poison. We can do the Snake Pit, or we can do the Orcish Mines. I'm fairly confident in my ability to clear the Snake Pit, or the Orcish Mines. Snake Pit I'm more worried about because I don't feel like I have sufficient anti-caster abilities yet. I can just picture 2 orcs smiting me from out of range of my Mephitic Cloud and killing me, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to do Orcish Mines and try and get over my fears. Oh, that was convenient. I get a gift nice and early. A shiny scale mail. Now, remind me, I'm using troll leather armor. This is a -3 mod. Troll leather is a -1 mod. So this is actually going to significantly impact my spell casting. It's cold resistance. That's all, so it's not even that well enchanted. And Mephitic Cloud goes down to good, which is not good enough for me. Plus, okay, so this would give me AC 20, evasion 14. Troll leather gives me AC 16, evasion 21. Yeah, we're gonna stick with troll leather. So I'm not impressed by this latest gift. I'm gonna leave it lying on the stairs here and come back for it later if I really want it. Before ever going into the Orcish Mines, you need scrolls of mapping, as many of them as you have. And you need wands of digging. Any means of digging, frankly, is a good one. Wait, this is a shop. I don't need a shop. I need things that I've already managed to locate. Actually, I'll keep the wand of teleportation as well. Do I have scrolls of recharging? Yes, at least one of those would be nice, just in case. And drop the remove curse, because I don't expect to get cursed very much. I'm currently using poison resist. Yeah, okay, we're good here. I'm going to drop the ring of resist cold, just to free up a little bit more item space. Wherever that was. And sustain abilities. And, okay. We're off to the Orcish Mines. Oh, that was uneventful. How many scrolls of mapping do I have? 5. That's 1 per level. That's fine with me to start spending them now. Yeah, let's see if I can't reach them the long way. The other branches, I mean. For those of you who haven't seen my previous vids, the Orcish Mines often spawn disconnectedly like that, so that you can't actually reach each floor from each floor. Sometimes you actually can't reach other floors, some of the other floors at all. And you gotta be, able to get around despite that limitation. if I recall correctly, I have a beyond insane amount of food in this run, so I'm still preserving as much corpse sacrificing, as many corpses as I can for sacrificing. Before we go down, we're gonna go up, but wouldn't you know it, the second time in a row, there's only one up staircase. So, magic mapping. As you can see, this entire area is unreachable without digging my way across or going down and up again. But I don't want to go down to the level 3 without having cleared out level 1 and 2. So let's go ahead and I think I have a wand of digging. I do. Through we go. Now orcs can and do respawn behind you, so it does not pay to get careless and let them surround you. Wargs are immune to poison, which is why I don't Mephitic Cloud them. I just go right out and punch them. New up staircase, and see what happened is I started here, now I'm here. So testing all the up staircases is usually worthwhile. Wouldn't have wanted these guys coming in behind me when I wasn't ready to deal with them. Switching to my dagger of quick bladedness and ending them by the mass. So, you know, there are multiple gods in Crawl. In fact, these are all of the different gods I found altars to and all the gods that there are, right? I think I may be missing Glugonu from this list. But some of these gods, like there's like the 9 standards that you find in the Ecumenical Temple, plus a couple more. There are a few gods that you very rarely will find altars to unless you go out of your way to find them. This is one of them. This is a priest, an altar carved to the hill orc god Beor. And Beor is, whatchamacallit? Beor is a very violent god who does not, I believe, accept non-orcish followers. So you would have to be an orc in order to worship Beor. And he has some interesting, unique powers. You'll recall that orcish priests tend to like smiting me. Well, they get that from him. Alrighty, I can't reach this dungeon chamber from here without digging to it, so let's just go back down now. That still leaves one down staircase unexplored. I can push my way across through here though, so let's dig through. And you see how, you know, I don't take the first opportunity to dig across necessarily. I'm saving my charges as much as possible and digging through a small bit of rock to get around and open as much as I can. Ooh, is that a summoner? No, it's a sorcerer. Well, it'll be the same once it's poisoned. God, I love orcs. It's like they were designed to be killed. Though if you think this is bad, you haven't seen Warhammer. Yeah, these orcs are no match for an elf like Legolas. Remember that scene in Lord of the Rings where Legolas is firing arrows like crazy as the orcs descend? Well, that's what we're seeing here. Alrighty, I have now finished clearing out this little segment, and I should actually probably switch to eating orc meat just to fill up really quickly. Yeah, I thought I heard him get well. I do have the Amulet of the Gourmand, so I'm trying to, you know, increase satiation. Alright, that is the first floor completely explored, and the second floor completely explored. Let's go down a floor. I'm actually really liking just how many hit points I get with this build. And I admit freely that part of that is that I'm used to playing flimsy caster types and assassin types, as opposed to this guy who may have begun his life as a stabber, but was always an elf at heart. And now, you know, now he can take on roomfuls of orcs simultaneously. Yeah, I'm still wearing troll leather. Okay, that's good. Wow, that was one arrow, and it pretty much killed the orc warrior. You remember how in the early game centaurs are like extraordinarily dangerous because they can chase you down and shoot you and all that stuff? I'm starting to feel like a centaur, with not in terms of being stupid and not having any magic, but in terms of my sheer level of power with arrows. Okay, so this floor has two down staircases identified, which means that somewhere out in this blackness there's another, and 2 ups identified, but we already completely did the upstairs, so I'm going to go down each down staircase from here, and hopefully that will put me into the hidden chambers without having to dig for them. Got one of them at least. Gotta like how in death all orcs look alike. It's a pity for casters. I mean for summoner or necromancers. Notice that I'm not even using heavily modded arrows. I'm basically using my +0 arrows, and this is how much effect I'm getting out of them. Alright, now I'm down to my +5 arrows. But yeah, the Orcish Mines is going great. At this point, I'm not even concerned with potential threats. Of course, recall that the Orcish Mines is much more scary on the bottom floor than on any of the floors above it, and it's not uncommon to get swarmed and killed there, so you know, don't get lulled into a false sense of security just because you've been killing orcs with one shot repeatedly and by the swarm, by the droves. Oh Christ, it's a summoner. I want to get Mephitic on the summoner, and then I'm going to abjure all of these guys away as fast as I can. But I have failed to cast it thrice in a row, and he managed to summon a zombie, and I'm going to get swarmed here, so I'm going to run. It looks like somehow I got teleported. I'm guessing that must have been his ability, because I'm pretty sure that I didn't cast it. On the plus side, it's exactly what I wanted to do, because when I return there, all of his summoned creatures will be gone. And his summoned creatures being gone gives me a much better chance at getting off a Mephitic before he gets off a summon. It's really a race, who gets it first. And it's a race that I usually win because I'm always trying. Okay, here we go again. For some reason that little segment is well guarded. Orcish Knight. Okay, these are pretty sturdy enemies considering the floor we're on. I don't want him to raise a warg. Burning the corpses quickly so that he doesn't raise them against me. The necromantic ability or summoning. I don't know for sure, but my knee-jerk feeling is that my Mephitic Cloud isn't as powerful as a full-out caster's would be. It doesn't need to be, because unlike a caster, I have, you know, plenty of mana to spare and lots of other ability just to follow it up with, but there's, I definitely am feeling like that guy was walking through my Mephitic Cloud a lot longer than I'm used to. So I've got to remember timing this. Oh, this is why there was a High Orc Priest and so many heavy-duty ones. They were defending an altar to Baal. It's all style, but you know. Okay, that is the third floor cleared. We are down to the last floor, where things get serious. So time to be very cautious. We're going to enter and then be prepared to exit immediately, depending on what we see. Okay, this metal wall means that we're near the center of where all of the orcs are hiding. So this is not a good place to begin a serious fight, because I'm completely surrounded. There's no wall behind me. So I'm just staying very close to the stairs. I can easily run away if I need to. But while I'm able to call them in small groups, I should be able to kill them nicely. Kill them nicely. Now they're no longer really a small group. I would like to at least get a couple kills off before I retreat, but if that doesn't present itself as an opportunity... Okay, I got one, getting out of here. I almost want to let the ward come up with me, but let's not take any chances of being melee attacked on the stairs and dying. Okay, that's one. Let's try the other staircases now that are located on the other side of the dungeon. This is much more like it. This is the kind of place that I would want to start a fight. I'm using my my magic missiles right now, or my my darts, because I don't want to waste my arrows if I can't pick them up. Though that is silly considering how much better my aptitude with arrows is. I should probably not be as concerned. I'm going to lower armor to 13, to slow training, and keep shields trading and turn off fighting. Actually keep fighting slow training as well, so bows is the only thing I'm hard training right now. We've got to start a nice little beachhead here, and hopefully draw my enemies into an not an ambush even, just, you know, a death trap. Alrighty. So far so good. Here's the other staircase down. It's good that I've identified that. It's amazing how if I actually hit, these arrows can stop enemies so quickly in their tracks. It doesn't hurt that they're, you know, fire enchanted. Alrighty, that's complete. Here's the second metallic area, and I'm notably far away from the stairs right now, so I need to be prepared to abandon ship and run at the drop of a hat, like, you know, this. But, you know, until they attack, I still have the ability to blink, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I have blinking scrolls, and many of them, so they can't kill me yet. And because of their tight formation, I'm very hopeful that enough Mephiticing, they'll kill themselves. At least some of them will, to thin out their numbers. For my part, I'm making sure that I'm keeping the Mephitic Clouds active, so that the new ones who are walking in keep dying as well. Have any arrows I can afford to lose? I'm going to use the +5 arrows, I guess, because I need to seal kills here. Ah, crap. Not what I want to be dealing with. When they start summoning things, I have to run. I can abjure them, technically speaking, but it's much simpler to not bother. I wait here 10 turns, I come back, and all of the summon things are gone. Exploiting the fact that summons don't persist. It looks like I failed again to get the summoner before he got off a summon. But this time his summons aren't even half as scary as last time, so I'm gonna stick it out a bit longer. Because now I'm at melee range with him. Again, it looks like I'm surrounded, but these are Uftebubuses, which are like one of the weakest enemies in the game. And the Rotting Devil is a low-level imp as well, or a low-level demon. So I'm not very concerned about their attack. If anything, they're buffering me from more serious enemies getting adjacent. I do need to kill this though. And they're all summoned, so they're all going to disappear soon. They are blocking my escape, and I can't afford that to happen, so it's time to back away now, before I actually get in trouble. I'm apparently... yeah, this guy got line of sight. Cheeky bastard. And there he is again, that same damned summoner. Or high priest, or whatever he is, the guy in blue. Let's just start picking off some enemies. Get the hell out of here. Alright, time for the other staircase. We know it's gonna put me down like 10 paces away from where I was last time, but that should be plenty of space to be getting on with. How are you not mephitic? There you go, much better. You look better when you can't see straight. Yay, extra arrows. That's what I love about Okuwaru. I feel like I've lost 15 or so arrows that I wasn't able to pick up yet, and he's already provided me bonus ammo to cover my losses. Oh, perfect. I get the first shot off on him. He is not immune to mephitic, so he just got lucky that it took 4 turns for the mephitic to kick in. Unlike this guy who went down in 1. Any corpses to burn? No. Any arrows I left behind? Several. And these corpses are now rotten, so there's no way I can burn them as sacrifices. Which sucks, because that would have been nice piety, but obviously living is more important than being pious in this game. I love it. They're busy trying to throw things at me, and because they're throwing things, they're not actually advancing on me as fast as they could have been, which means they didn't catch me at melee range. And it's not like I don't have several means of dispatching them at close range, it's just and I don't have to use those. Let's see what my new arrows are, eh? Oh, no. Poison arrows. Definitely gonna go poison arrows. And use them against the Orc Knight. If I can take him down, he's my biggest threat. And of course, any Orc dumb enough to attack me is a valid target. Oh, wow. I guess Dex. I could go with Strength or Dex. Either is a decent decision. need to step closer in order to get off that mephitic that I want. And let's requiver and use... do I have generic arrows at all? I got these new ones that I don't know what they do yet. +4 arrows of flame. Let's get out of here. There's a lot of priests that can smite me on the way back. So... well, if they're gonna keep coming, I'm not gonna stop killing them, obviously. Okay, time to escape with precipitous haste. There's a lot of arrows I left behind there, and I'm kind of sort of hoping that... I don't know why, I have this irrational fear that they're going to disappear. I mean, there's no reason they should that I know of game mechanics wise, but... man, I left a lot of good arrows there. This is without mephiticking him. I figure my dodge and armor should be high enough that I can just stand there and punch him. And a quick blade means he's only going to get half as many attacks as usual. But if there's 2 of them, that's a different story. Got him. Unfortunately, that put me next to a much more dangerous Orcish warlord, so I'm not even going to waste time mephiticking. I'm going to switch to a bow so that I can start using arrows of dispersal immediately. Get him out of my way. And now, get him deeply poisoned. Now Mephitic can kill him, hopefully. Now that he's poisoned, so he won't regenerate as fast. Nope, he healed. Time to do the same thing and Mephitic him again. Or dispersal him first and then Mephitic him again. Using top-level dispersal arrows. He doesn't look dangerous because I've been handling him so well, but trust me, this guy can kill you in 2 crits, no matter how strong you are, pretty much. Getting one of these on your side with, like, depending on your... ah, wow, typo. Quivered fire. Yay, he's dead! Yeah, he's probably going to be one of the highest level enemies I've killed all game thus far. Can't remember whether the Catawba Police was on this record or a different record. Okay, thus far, clearing this floor has actually gone pretty well. I mean, there was a few upsetting moments with that summoner where I had to run back and hide, but only a few, and Mephitic Cloud, being as effective as it is against orcs, is letting me get away with a lot of stuff. But now I'm gonna have to run. Oh crap! Notice that I didn't burn a lot of bodies because I was in a fight. And see how there's 5 more skeletons here? All of them are going to be resurrected, and I'm going to have to deal with like 10 zombies and 10 skeletons. Well, I am going to leave you with this suspenseful picture of being up against an orc sorcerer who just raised the dead, a priest who can smite me, and an army of orcish zombies. how will I escape? Stay tuned in the next part. That's it for this run. I'll see you guys next time on. Bye.